Hello. Hello. It's a Wednesday. I normally don't stream at this time, but honestly, I had some time. I saw no one else was streaming. I have like 2 or 3 hours where I can stream, so this won't be a longer one, but honestly, I was going to be practicing playing this deck anyways, so like, why not just continue and do the live stream? So it will be shorter. This will be like 2 to 3 hours, not normally like the 4 to 5 that we normally do. We also have Wednesday night One Piece still tonight, and we've got quite the special guest that I'm looking forward to as well. So, but this is just, I've got nothing better to do. I was already play testing, so why not just live stream it? So today we're going to be doing a slightly different build. For the last couple weeks, I've been playing the Emporio version of this deck, which I think that version's still very good. I still think that's a great version for the deck. But my biggest issue with it is that, like, going first, you have not super great turns. So in comparison, I'm going to be trying this build. It's more about the going odd curve. You have some really good plays in case you're forced into that. I still think going second is better for this deck, but generally speaking, like, this is just like almost as good, if not better in most situations, Emporio, right? Especially if you only have 3 Dawn. You just play this card, you draw a card, and then it's a 4K that you can attack with afterwards. So we're trying out this Hina specifically, and then the rest of the deck is general. We have X-Drake, so this is great on odd curve because it can set up your Sanji plays, which maybe I should be playing 4 Sanjis. We'll see if that's true or not. Also, the fact that like Doflamingo 3-drop can also do the same thing, depending on the matchup, and then we've got some additional cards. I've also thought about putting like Izo in the deck too, just for a turn 1 play. Also, just to have something to play with Jozu. Like if we're on 7 Dawn, obviously, like generally speaking, Edward Newgate is our best card. But being able to like play 1 Izo and then bounce it back with Jozu and get rid of something, like a free card draw on top of that's pretty good. Let's see, how do you feel about playing into Purple Luffy? I've only lost in the last little bit. I've only lost 1 game. Jozu carries that matchup. If you play a good Jozu, they lose the game, unironically. It just sets out their tempo so poorly. The fact that Silvers gets rid of their 7-8 without any additional investment is once you're at 9 Dawn, you just leader effect and Silvers, you get the removal for it. Generally speaking, most Purple Luffy matchups I'm okay. Sometimes like Magellan sets me back a bit, but even Jozu to bounce back their Magellan feels really great. So I'm generally okay in Purple Luffy matchup. But I also, I don't know, I don't want to be like sound full of myself, but like the builds that I've been testing I think are like atypical to the builds that have been tested usually. So it's hard to look at the general matchup knowledge and apply it to this build for it. But I could also just be like full of it. So I don't know. That's just my experience and my expectations and experience, but that's where we're at. So we're going to do some testing, though. Again, we're just going to start off immediately. This is the build. Kaya is kind of like a nude 2K we're adding with the idea of if we need to play like a 1-drop to play with Jozu, Kaya is fine. It gets some cycle with us, which is good. So that's the idea. Kaya could be the worst card, but I want just like another 1-drop 2K that we could pair with our Jozu. So otherwise, I have like a build with Izo as well that we can switch up and try out a bit more. But we're going to try this one first, and then maybe after like 4 games, we'll switch to the other version. And just see if there's some one that I feel a little bit more confident in. But I think both are in an okay spot. All right. Yeah, he's super good. Our Dofi matches, yeah, but they're not. I think it's like 45, maybe 40. If we get second, then we are in a good. Or if we go second, we're in a good spot. Second helps us a lot in that matchup. But I want just like a way to go first and do a little bit better. So we'll see. I will say that matchup's still tough for us though. But Jozu can really help it, and we have so much like potential for like board clears and stuff that we can sometimes get there. But yeah, with this version, maybe I need to try to find like room for like 1 more Sanji. I know like that's rough that we're only playing 3, but I almost always find it. But I guess we have chances to like cycle them more. I don't know. I just feel like against Dofi, you never want to see Sanji, but other matchups you can do a good job with it. So I don't know. I definitely like understand like Sanji on curve wins you a lot. All right. We found a match. We're waiting for them to make the lobby as well. All right. Please wait. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Let me see. What's the other build that I have? Because I have one with Izo. This is the one I've been testing out more. Ulti's still a good card, but maybe Ulti doesn't need to be played if we're playing the Hina. Like Ulti's good on turn 4. Can also, if we play it on 5, we can play it on 5 and like choose not. Do we have to draw with Ulti? Let me see. Yeah, up to 1 card. So if we play this on 5, then we know what we're drawing for 7 and 9. So if we could use Ulti in a fact like if we're going first, we can just set up the top 3 and like not draw with it, and then just set up for our play for Sanji on curve. Maybe we need to do that more often. Maybe that's just better than the straight draw one. All right. We got our bad matchup. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, this is just supposed to be kind of like mid-range tempo, right? Like it's hard to be control, especially in this meta. But the idea is like we just don't take a lot of damage early game, and then that lets us afford us play like our big bodies that just get rid of their like obviously like Newgate gets a lot of that. 2-drop teaches a consideration, especially if you're playing the Emporio package. But I've been mostly playing the Emporio package for the last little bit, and I just didn't find a lot of success with it. Oh, we're going second though, because they're going first. Interesting. If that's the case, I'm pretty okay with this hand, I think. Because being able to play Dofi on curve means that we get some good trade potential. I definitely think they want to go second. I don't think we need... What card do we need the least? I drop Newgate's kind of rough, but like it helps us sometimes. Fire Fist is kind of... Fire Fist lets us do some good trades later. I don't think we need double ace. I think 1 ace is fine. Yeah, we have to just take this. Ooh. Sorry. So we have too many cards in hand for Hina, which stinks. Let's do this. I don't think we also need Dragon. At 6, they'll probably defend this. I kind of want to play Otama, to be honest, just to make sure we get rid of it. But we should probably just play Dofi. All right. Next turn. These are kind of rough hands, but all right. So we're going to 6 Dawn. We want the pudding for sure. 7 Dawn. And then there. I mean, if they want to give me 2 cards, they can. Sure. Oh, fun. All right. There's a chance we should have taken the Fire Fist so we get like the guaranteed double removal, but maybe we should have just like kept that there, huh? Yeah, but this is where we're like it's dangerous. Oh, okay. I play this card because so many people misplay into it, I feel like. All right, we're at 8. I think our best play is still Gravity Blade. The issue is that our hand is just like so filled of non-counters. Worst card in our hand at this point is what? Probably this new gate, right? Yeah, 7 or 9, right? Raise maxes. I've thought about raise max. It's not like a terrible card either. Oh boy. Yeah, we gotta take this. All right. We kind of need to do a double removal, right? So I think silver's is just better at this point. Within the law. All right. -3, -2, pop this, and then we attack here. Unless they, yeah, double 2k. This is just a 1k in case they want to just put a lot of Dawn on it. Sure. Where are our blockers, man? I mean, not that it really matters anyways. But we've just seen so much of our top end when it really we didn't need to, right? All right. And then if they go for game, right? We have 5. So we can get to 12, but we can't beat 15. Yeah. GG's. Yeah, and they didn't even see any Jinbeis that game. Their bows helped. Yeah. That honestly, like this hand was pretty bad. But like, I don't know. We just didn't see any of our late game stuff, and we had to take a lot of hits that I didn't really want to. So I don't know. I think that was a low roll for us, but it could also just be this build, to be honest. We are testing a new build, and so that can happen. Just like, I don't know. When we looked at top 5 though with our whatever, I just felt bad. So, and we lost the dice roll for this one. We're gonna play Black Yell Luffy. All right, so we're going first. We can keep this hand though. This gets some good cycle. Draw. This getting on board is great. I'm gonna say we don't need this card. Yeah, exactly. They also low rolled. They saw like no Jinbeis or anything too crazy, but we just had nothing to really answer their things. Yeah, exactly. I agree. And they even went first, which I generally am okay with. But I like the Hina one going first. It's definitely been a good ad. Oh, they're already going to be doing stuff? I don't know about this. Sure, we'll take the 7. We'll almost likely play out. I mean, we can... Let's see what they do. Oh, man, these are a lot of good cards. I'm going to say we don't need double putting. Even if we do. Disturbing. All right. Then what do we do? I think we just play out the pudding, right? Or unless we want to play the ulti. Yeah, I think we just play puddings. The fact you're playing BY Luffy is disturbing. So we're even. What days do I normally do Dragon Ball? Not on regular days, but Friday with the online client updating, I should be doing that this Friday. Got him. We sure did. And they didn't put any 5 drops into their trash, so now they're kind of in a weird spot. What about Union Arena? Union Arena, I'll likely do one like next week. Oh man, they've got like nothing. They have to get out of this, or they have to face a 9K. And then we think you just draw one. Hina there, and then we just pass. And then next turn we can like Gravity Blade. I don't think they've seen any Sabos that we know of so far. They still have to get down to 0 life. I think we win this one. Yeah. But Union Arena will probably be like one day a month where I have someone over and test new stuff as they drop out. And there's just like not a super easy way to test it consistently. So those will probably be once or twice a month events that I'll let you guys know. Yeah, they saw one Sabo and they bottom decked it, yeah. And even if they don't, like, they're going to have to spend a lot of resources just to do the loop right now. Just Moria for what? Flampe and Luffy? That's actually not too bad. But again, they need to find... even though, like, they don't even get the usage of whatever. All right. So we could silvers, right? But we need something else. We could, like, Otama leader effect silvers to get rid of that. We can't play Sanji and get rid of it, though. But I think going, like, wider on board is generally better. I think we do no matter what. Yeah, call me crazy. I think this is the best play. Yeah, I think the removal of with Rayleigh is just the better play. Which means, do we even hit them? Yeah, we still hit them. Give me 3 cards, because otherwise we just win from Marco. Or 2 cards rather, yeah. Because that gives us 2 attacks next turn. Three to pop that. I guess we could have attacked in the Flampe. I don't think that super matters, but maybe it will. Okay, they don't have Moria, which is good for us too. They're probably going to have to try to get rid of my drag. Oh, they did have that, but they just didn't find the use in it. Okay, they're going to be 9k. They're going to get rid of my Otama. No! They finally got a Sabo. Can we save this? And if we do we win? I think we can. And we should. We lost one earlier, but I think we're going to win this one. Because we put 4 and then 1. They need to give me 3 cards to get out of this. Which then we just have 2 9s. Yeah, and then everything on silvers. Yeah, GG's. Do we get the GG, or is he too distracted by my egg sleeves to do anything about it? Disconnected. Got him. Got him. Yeah, I mean, we had game, right? Like, with us knowing that one card in hand was Sabo, the best they had is 5k. Which Bleach deck do I think would be top tier? It's still just like I think Renji Rush is still just best, right? But I haven't tested any of the JJK meta, so it's hard to say. It's hard to say. So we did win that one, and we did go first, which is actually good for us. I think they were like a little bit aggressive though early game with like their early Luffy. Jozu didn't have time, but Jozu's definitely like a better even curve. But also just being able to use Otama to get rid of their Moria made a big difference. Why has Hina in the Marco build? Because it draws a card. What do you mean? You play it on 3. You draw a card. Like, what's wrong with drawing a card? Yeah, if he doesn't have flan play there, yeah. Generally, so it's the same kind of thing for Emporio, right? We're trying this. Pretend this is like Emporio. This card's really good because, like, for 1 Dawn, we can attach a Dawn to leader, make something 4 or 3k, and then this Hina gets free value to attack into it, and it draws, right? It's just like a card like if we see it on 3 Dawn, it's our best card. And then afterwards, it doesn't do as much, but it's a 1k, so we're not too upset about it. Because it's that or Dofi. Which I think Hina's better, especially if you're playing X-Drake. Especially like on 4 Dawn, we generally want to like attach a leader Dawn and then like play a Hina or something. Have you tested with Vista? No. I could see Vista being strong too. Vista is what, a 3 cost? Yeah. My issue with Vista is that there are so many cards that exist that are generally like Dofi, we get rid of 5Ks, but like there's a lot of decks that don't care about that. I could see it come up sometimes though. It might be like worth testing too, especially if we're playing Jozu to bounce it back into our hand afterwards. Like we get that value there. So I can see that. And if you really want to play beat Doflamingo, Vista seems like a really good card. Because generally they're playing at 1.5k of one of them, right? You get rid of Jinbei or something. But normally that only matters if they play them active, which they don't normally do. Yeah, but that does. Josu's been one of my favorite cards that we have. The fact that we're able to like this just buys up a lot of time, and it just like upsets a lot of boards, which is nice. But I could see Vista being like a good turn 3 play. So like we could like use it. The fact that it can like get rid of Blackbeard if they play that on curve feels really great too. Because that card is upsetting. So maybe I need to respect that too. A lot of people are like playing out their 2-drop Luffys and stuff early, which Vista would be able to pop. That might be worth an ad. This deck is just so open right now, which is great, but also intimidating when you're taking it. You like Atmos? Atmos is the card that becomes a 6K, right? Or which Atmos? The 4/6? This one 4 or less. Yeah, the fact that it's 4 or less is the issue. But like I don't mind it. Yeah. The fact that like we don't play like a bunch of Whitebeard Pirates, so that sometimes is a hefty cost. But it's great for like bouncing bows back into their hand. Or like Josu's, or even like some 1-drops that they can get value from later. Fire Fist. It's come up a lot for me, which is good. Like it's good for Moria. And it pairs up with Newgate really nice. The fact that like the biggest issue is that like Newgate can't remove Moria by itself, or Silvers. Neither card can. But Fire Fist Silvers, Fire Fist Newgate, both those cards like put the card into range to be able to get rid of that, and sometimes like an extra card with Fire Fist. Yeah, against Ophies, yeah, just survive. So I can see like either Vista or like either of those cards being good for us as well. I do need like to test it. But I've been on the like the Emporio package for so long, which I do like that version of the build a lot. And I think that it does get a lot of great things. Here, one second. Good boy, good potty. So, I don't know. I could definitely be like blinded by like the builds that I have been using. But I definitely want to try to like Izo's definitely been a card I've been wanting to add because Doggo was just so he was sick for the majority of the beginning of this month, which meant he can't go. Like we get notification on Friday if we can, but he can't go outside because his immune system's compromised right now. So he can't go to the restroom outside, which we've been trying to get him to use our balcony, but he's essentially unlearned a lot of his potty training the last 2 weeks. So it's been tough to balance that. So we've been trying to relearn, and he's been better at it, but it's been frustrating to have to take a step back. But I'm glad he's feeling better though. Okay, did OP Bounty just crash? Because there's a strong chance it just did. Let me see, let me try again. All right, we're in. All right, we're in. Now we log in. Now we're in. All right, and we're playing. And I create the room. Yeah. Maybe if I'm playing Josu, maybe maybe that's worth it. I'll try that next. I'll try that next. We're going second. We're seeing few of our going second cards, but we have ulti into Jozu, which might be good enough, so why not? I might also just play Kaya early, just to guarantee that we have a way to play Jozu early later on, because Dofi will not remove my Kaya. Worst card in our hand is Pudding. And then I'm going to play Kaya early. We don't need this. And Dofi eventually we'll want, but I think we want the 2k more. Because if we're playing ulti next turn. One of the better EU players. Uh-oh. Be kind, Billy. Oh. You guys sure? You guys sure? Billy seems to have taken a break. I don't know. Nah, jokes aside. All right. I want this. Next turn we're going to 6 Dawn, and then we play 7 Gate. Oh, he bought him with Perona? Maybe that's why. I do know he does have... Yeah, well, you showed me you have Pudding, so I'm not going to let that resolve. Jinbei into Law. See, all right. Because now I think we just established Jozu. Even though they get their Jinbei back. This is better for us. They can play Pudding now, which is upsetting. It will always just counter out. Now, yeah, they're definitely thinking, like, is Pudding worth it? Because they lose a lot of tempo if they don't play Pudding. If they do play Pudding, because they're at 7 Dawn. I don't know. We're in NA, the region that let Vegapunk get first place. So I don't know. I don't know who's. I don't really subscribe to like regional smack talk. I know that it's usually in good fun, but I definitely like. As someone who like it's really interesting how different regions play and adapt to the games, but like I don't think it's worth the smack talk. Oh boy, a second Jinbei's hit the board. Gross. And look at all this advantage we had. Just gone. Yeah, we definitely like what we play Newgate for sure, right? Fire Fist will eventually be useful. So I guess we place that on top. All right. Double Striker into Railroad Chain? I don't know. I can't do that. I get to play 2 bodies at once, though. That's good. But yeah, clearly, like, we started off pretty hot, and they started off pretty not, right? Though these double Jinbeis have been pretty obnoxious. And, like, if a third one hits the board, we're in a rough spot. But, like, Silver's Rayleigh, Silver's Sanji, and clearing most of their board between that and Newgate will likely be enough pressure to win the game, but it's intimidating. The fact we're out of 2Ks, too, is kind of rough. But I think, like, playing the Kaya early's already, like, shown us value. I'll take this one. Yeah, Silver Sanji will likely win us the game, though. And then next turn we'll have Fire Fist, which will, if they try to, like, bunker up behind a Boa blocker, we still are fine. I would say Marco's really good into this, but if we are able to play like a 1-drop, 3-drop, and then go into Jozu, oh, okay, interesting. Playing out okay, Jinbei, okay, that we added back to hand. This is actually a pretty strong turn. All right, okay, now our turn to make a strong turn. Do that, start with that. We place this on top every time. All right. We know we're getting rid of the Jozu, right? So there's no need to give it like the non-permanent minus. Right? All right, we'll just start with that, right? We need to get rid of that every time. Then we'll use this to play this. We'll give this the -3. And then this the -2. Here. And then we will... I'm going to actually pop this one and then attack into here. Yeah, we could have like left a Jinbei with 3k, but I don't think they're defending that. Yeah, Newgate, yeah. Are the best card they released for this deck ever. Yeah, this card, I love this card too much. I think this card is too good. It's like the reason I play Marco. And so this is kind of like the weird thing where we can kind of just every turn now, more or less clear their board and be at 1 life, hopefully. Because if we are able to end the thing like that, we're in a good spot. Also, we could just win next turn too. It's not, we haven't won yet, but we're close. Are you ever scared people just attached on swing? Then it, like, Newgate got another board removal card, right? That means that they didn't spend their Dawn to play a card that Newgate was just going to remove anyways, right? If you want to think of it that way. And then that just means I can play things willy-nilly. Sometimes I am, depending on the board states, but 9 times out of 10 you are super good to just use Newgate's effect. Because outside of the mirror match, if this was active against Rob Lucci, they were just going to cost reduction, remove it anyways. Right? Like that, it's about the same. Alright, he's thinking, which I get. 7, huh? I'll go and give it a nice 2k, 1k. Alright, they got him. But I'm not afraid of that. Yeah, I mean, this just makes it way better for me now, right? I don't need another one of those. Alright, we have Fire Fist, so we shouldn't be afraid of Boa now. If they have like double Boa, like we're upset, but like even then. Gravity Blade also wins us. Sure. That's also very good. Yeah, GG. Any GGs, Sad King Billy? Hey, alright, we got there. Yeah. From there, we just clear board. Like, we can go for game, but like if we clear board knowing that Teach is on the top of our deck, we don't care. We just go Newgate, 2 Dawn here, get rid of the Teach. And then like we attack in the Law and go from there. Ivankov version's not worse, but I want to try out the non-Ivankov version to see how I feel about it. And obviously, like, there's nothing in this build that the Ivankov version couldn't have done. But I think I'm actually, like, interested... I'm going to play, like, one more game of this one. And then I'm interested in doing, like, another different version real quick. A 5-cost blue ace list? Nah, I think that version's... When Dofi exists, I think that version is just worse. Oh, there's an update. Alright, that's why. With the visual update. Wow. Fancy. You guys can't see it, but trust me. Alright, playlist. Hopefully it counted then. I'll do one more game, but then I let me see. I think Kai is a good card though, if we're expecting to bounce it back to hand for Jozu plays. Yeah, paste this. Client, please. All right, I have to restart the client now too. What? Ari has my opening hand? That's weird. How does it do that? All right. Game 2. They had ray tracing? Oh, good. Nice. Finally. You say that, but okay. This. Oh boy. Oh man. We've gone worse. The one with oh, I didn't post one with Gordon, so it was not my list. This card will be good later. I've tried some Lucci. Yeah, obviously the back-to-back feels really good. Yeah, but I definitely want to try out like Izo. Izo and Jozu seem like they work together really nice. All right. These are fine cards. Like, we're not getting to 9-drop on curve, but that's fine. We already have 0 cost, so which means we can bottom deck this afterwards, which is nice. All right, so drawing on 5. All right. We're gonna play Ace on curve next turn. Likely not, because like they just get to interact with it. But like just playing this out as a 5-drop isn't terrible. So likely Thatch, Ace on 5, Ace on 5, just to play out, because they can't really remove it. Otama we want more. Hina's like at the bottom. Hina's like at the bottom. We'll do it like this. All right, we're not gonna play this one this time. Yeah, okay. Yeah, they know better. All right, cool. We'll just play this and pass. They can't remove ace, which is really good for us. Next turn, depending on what's better, we can either Gravity Blade or we can Newgate. Gravity Blade likely better, but we'll see. I think just having Newgate on board to start removing things is likely just better. Especially since we can, like, use the effect of Marco minus the Weevil, pop the Jimbei, and then just start attacking into the Weevil. When's set 4? I think it's supposed to be Friday. Oh, we're thinking. I really don't want to take this 5, but I don't have really an option otherwise. I think the reason they're attacking this is because they are planning on bouncing this back to hand. We'll be fine. I wish we had a 1k. Well, 2k out of this. What are they doing for 6? Are they going to Jozu the ace? Don't Jozu the ace. Yeah, I think there's the only thing you have to data mine. I think they made an announcement that's supposed to be Friday in the client. All right. Unfortunate timing for this, but I think we just take this one too. Yeah, give me a 2k. Yeah, if these were 1Ks, we'd feel a little bit better, right? Thing is, we can't go down to 0 life against this deck. They got a femur. Okay, now we legitimately cannot. Now they've got the go ahead that they cannot. I really wish we had a 1k for that 5k attack. It would have made us feel way better. But oh well. Like, these are great, like, late game, but they're doing like weirdly peppered attacks. Also, next card in our deck is Thatch, and then it's but I believe it's 7 cost after that. Not seeing Sanji on curve is rough, but that's also how we have it built. I have to get out of this in case they have pudding. That's Hina Gravity Blade. I thought I put Hina after the Gravity Blade, but maybe I'm wrong. Okay, hold up. Stabilizing, maybe? This feels bad, but I think it's actually this. The next turn we can like gravity and heat up, which is great. Like even if they remove my new gate, I'm not like super afraid, but they have way more card advantage than us, right? Which is terrifying. The fact that they had nothing to do that previous turn is kind of weird. Houndblaze? Houndblaze? Oh my goodness. All right, so we have one out. We know that Perfume's in their hand. Our out is literally if we draw a blocker and then we can putting away the rest. That is also, I guess, another option. That is Houndblaze? Houndblaze. Houndblaze. Yeah, we just have to go for game. All right, we lost. Was gonna putting the hand for the femur, but alas, no blocker. Houndblaze, though. Game 3? Yeah, I had 7k, but not 8k. Otherwise, I would have gotten out of it. Game 3. I mean, Houndblaze with Teach is fine. All right. We're going second. X-Drake is kind of nice on curve. Also, like putting if we need to reset their stuff. Sure. I think X-Drake on curve just solves a lot of issues too. So, but now I have to play around Houndblaze for the rest of our game 3. That's crazy. I think if it wasn't Houndblaze, I think we won the game. Like unironically, like we were going to be able to like stabilize, remove their board, and then like just go from there. We'll put this at the bottom, and we will just pass. We just need to make sure this dies. Next turn we can like X-Drake. Oh, they got Jinbei off the top. Brutal. Alright. Alright, we will get Sanji eventually. I mean, Sanji Jozu is not awful. We're at 6, we're going to 7 next turn. Alright. So we're going to draw this from our leader effect. So we're at 6, right? So next turn we're going to Gravity Blade. Jozu with Otama still on board is really nice. So this we're just going to draw immediately, and we're going to bottom deck, I guess, a Pudding, right? 6. Draw on 8. Draw on 10, play Jozu. That sounds good to me. I guess it doesn't really matter anyways, because we still get the Flexible Dawn. But, alright, don't punish me for this. Okay. That's pretty rude. I'm not gonna lie. Right, Houndblade's Otama away. Well, in that case, then we know that this top card of our deck afterwards will be Jozu, right? So because of that, we'll be able to play Otama from our hand and then Jozu and get rid of it. So I'm not super worried. It just means we have to hold on to this Otama. But obviously being able to like use our leader effect to get like the additional removal feels way better. But I like the fact that we get to play these Otamas early and then return to our hands with Jozu, right? We know this is Sanji at the top. We're just going to pretend to put one on top again. We'll start with the 6 to 3. Oh no, they know. Who let them know that defending there was the right choice? Houndblazing one of these Peronas for my Otama is going to feel really bad. Like, really bad. Yeah. I think they... I wish we could have pressed more advantage into the Jinbei. But that's okay. I'm happy we were still able to get rid of the Jozu and the Weevil. Please keep this Otama on the board. Please don't play Houndblaze. don't play it. Please. I'm begging you. Oh no. Sure. Alright, no Houndblaze. That's good. We are still feeling pretty bad about this whole not losing the game thing, though. But we're finally getting, like, some sort of, like, stabilization. I wish it wasn't a second Jinbei, though. If it was simply just the, what did we even do? We second Jinbei into what? Weevil? If it was just Weevil, I'd feel a lot better. But it's what it is. Because then they'd be in a really bad spot right now. 7 costs Newgate? Oh, sure. But Jozu, I think, is still good. Jozu actually might be arguably better in this spot. It just depends if we get any additional removal next turn. But honestly, Otama Jozu has been such a good combo for this deck, on top of already having leader ability, that I think I need to just do that more often. What do I think about Lorcana? I think the game is strong. I think we have to 2k 1k here. Please no Houndblaze. I think these Piranhas are still going to, like, actually be trouble. Because they can just chip out advantage. If they put me down to 0, I need to have Pudding and a blocker. Yeah. I think the game is... I think the game is good. It's obviously, like, that company's, like, foray, like, the first time into something big. I think they're treating it like a really competitive game as well, which is really strong. I just don't think it's the game for me. But that shouldn't stop you from playing it yourself. I just don't like playing the game compared to other card games. But it's solid. They obviously care about the space, and they've been working really hard on it. But yeah, I think in this situation we've just lost. We've just lost too much tempo. Like, look at the hand advantage difference. Oh boy. And then we just have to, like... we need to see a blocker off the top. We don't. Yeah, GG's. No worries. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, like, I think, like, what the question you're actually asking is which game is better. And I don't like dealing in, like, absolutes like that. I think both games are strong, and I understand like people play Lorcana and why there's like a lot of skill for it, but I just don't. I like the games I'm playing right now. All right. So we're gonna do some changes for this build. All right. Let's do. This is a copy of it. Yeah. All right. So let's do more of a Whitebeard version. So let's put Ezo in. This one. Let's put in Vista. That's Vista. Okay. Next Drake I don't like as much. Doflamingo's probably fine. We'll take out Hina for now. Alti's okay. Alti can also like have some weird situations where it sets up for Sanji, but also just be like a really good turn 2 play. I'll see if I keep it at 2 copies. I like Dragon, but we're gonna take it out. We're gonna add another Sanji. We'll take out a copy of Fire Fist. We'll add another Newgate here. We can maybe take out 1 ace. We'll go 4 here. Are there any other like good cards that bounce back to field? I don't think so. I do like the idea of Atmos as well. Atmos. Or, not Atmos. Yeah, it's Atmos, yeah. We'll try this card out. Ivankov version's still strong. I'm just trying alternative versions. I've played that version for so long, I want to see what other builds exist. It's too bad it's only one of your opponent's characters. If I could use this to bounce back my own Otama afterwards, that would be very strong. Because of this, I don't think we need Kaya. And then we can add... We'll have like 3 Thatch and 3 Jozu. I think we can get away with 2 Bad Manner Kick courses. If we're running Vista, we don't really need Seaquake, but I'll add 1. Actually, do we even need Seaquake? No. And just another Jozu. Sure. The only thing with Jozu is like going first, like we missed the curve for it because we almost always want to play Newgate, but like, I think that's fine. 9 cost Shanks instead of Whitebeard. If we have a Searcher, I'd rather have 9 cost Newgate. Alright. Let's try this version. Yeah, because we have a good amount of Whitebeard pirate cards now. We'll still do 3-3 with Jozu and Ace. This is likely fine. The fact that it's just like we play a body and return something, I think is good enough. So let me try this version. All right, I'll queue up for another game too. Whitebeard Marco. Yeah, I think we still need Ace because we don't have a rush card from the, what's it called? Yeah, Atmos is really good against Tempo and Dofi, yeah. Because, like, if we want to get better at that matchup, it's probably better. So, I think this is... I just wish it was just you could return one of your own cards, right? That would make that exponentially better in my mind. Oh, we forgot. We only have 9 super 2Ks. All right. I think maybe instead of... Maybe we should just do 4 Thatch and then 2 copies of whatever. Oh, this is our worst matchup. So don't be surprised if we lose this one. I'll still go second though. Oh, we're running the same version. We didn't update it. Yeah, this is like 2080. I guess I'll still keep. Yeah, I don't expect to win this matchup. Let's see. Good Sabrina or Sabana? Good as a banana. Sorry. I don't know what my mind did that. Good as a banana with the subscription with Prime. Thank you very much. Yeah, they just win is the short answer. They just get so much value. It's hard for us. Like the fact that we try to like be a blocker based deck, or like we try to like be a control deck with 4 against a deck that just burns us every turn is pretty rough. Oh. Okay. We'll want that next turn. Draw your card. They drew a pudding. All right, maybe they don't have their cards. Try to KO this. Satori. Uh-oh. If we had one more Dawn, we'd be happy, but we don't, so. All right. Sure. Play another 7-drop. Oh. Yeah, I do not think we can win this matchup. I will 100% concede most matchups against Katakuri. This is very clearly our worst matchup. All right, do we draw a blocker? Oh, we do. Okay. Guess dragon on top, baby. Let's see if they withdrew into their Thunderbolt. Okay, that also gets there. Yeah, GG. Man, they just want to grind their Katakuri games. All right, yeah, we don't win this matchup. Now, if they didn't see their pudding, were we still able to get there? It was 5k worth of counter in hand, or sorry, 11, which 6 and 6 doesn't get there. 6 and 6 with 9 Dawn. Yeah, if they didn't find a removal card, we won. because then the blocker would have done enough work, and then we'd be able to hit on the crackback. Oh well. All right, let me actually play the right deck. Whitebeard, Marco. But yeah, when we were playing yesterday, we lost every game against Katakuri. And for what it's worth, I would expect to see 0 to 1 copies of Katakuri in an event. Is this deck good into anything? It's good into Enel. It's good into Bonnie. I think you can have it to have pretty evening matchups against Lucci, Black Yellow Luffy, and Dofi. You can definitely, I think, fix the deck to counter it, which is what we're trying to do. Katakuri is not, though. Katakuri, not a great deck for us to play against. Let's go into red purple Sabo. Yeah, that's sure. red black Sabo. Yeah, I see one Katakuri. Yeah. Honestly, Marco's just the deck that I enjoy the most. I think the deck is viable, and I don't know if I'm the one to prove it, but it is. Also, man, I don't know what it is. My hair loves the shadow. All right, GLHF. Like, I don't know why. Like, see, look, I don't have any green here, but then if it shadows right, it obscures it, which is weird. We're going second. We found pudding. Do we just keep? It's that simple. You don't need this card. See if they got the Gadatsu. No, because we're gonna play Jozu and get rid of their Shirahoshi anyways. You didn't want to Luffy pop that? What card's worst in their hand? Shirahoshi or Luffy? And I think we just keep them at 2 life. This is pretty bad for them. And do we do one more little baby attack? Nah. Currently this costs that much. Yeah, we just win. Do we care? GG. Just a single G. Just the game. Oh my goodness. Oh, there it is. All right. Phew. All right. We got the double Gs. Yeah, this matchup's super good for us. Yeah, Rayleigh kill, Kata pass. Yeah, like we just look how stupid big our board is right now. We'll do another one. Please wait for lobby. But that's not a matchup we should be worried about. For what it's worth, okay, this is a different player. All right, now we're just seeing our good matchup. We're going first. Mulligan. Okay, we see our good card. Jozu. I don't think we use this card a lot. The fact that we can bounce Jozu back to use our effects is pretty good. Just to make sure our 4 cost doesn't get popped. Okay. I don't think we need double Rayleigh. I still do this. That's one less 2k in rotation, you know what I'm saying? Atomic can go back. We can take this. Okay. It's an interesting, like, aggressive build of this deck. Place a card on top. We don't need the Sanji. But yeah, we don't really care that we're giving them more life, but we have to be wary about that. And then any Sanjis we play would be blind, which is rough. The fact we have no 2Ks right now is kind of scary. Double Rayleighs feels good. Yeah, but I've noticed that we have like such a good top end in this deck that we just always see it. All right. Kind of have to just take this. All right. Which card is better? Probably just Newgate, right? Let's start with this. Because it's clear that they're playing out cards from their board a lot. You know what? I could be crazy. I think our better play is to actually just play Atmos and Blocker. And the next turn we do the crazy thing. Okay, leave him at 2. If they have Yamato, this is worse, right? But I think I just have to contend with that. Excuse me? Hey, in case you ever need to know, like, why we don't need to run 4 Sanjis sometimes, this is a good reason to... This is a really good reason. Sure. And then we play Atmos, and we just show our 2 Ezos and bounce that back to hand. All right. All right. The fact that that's an 8K is pretty distressing. I mean, we could thatch, but then we just lose next turn. Yeah, we don't have a great way to remove this, unfortunately. Yeah, if Newgate was played last turn, sure. But I think we needed the blocker up to just, like, not lose. But maybe that was wrong. This play, like, if they played Katakuri, we're in a good spot. They haven't used their leader effect, right? Rayleigh can't double target. If he could, oh, that'd be so good. You get rid of an 8K on play. Yeah, if they play another healer, though, I think we're fine. They know that this card's in hand. Because if they attack with their Yamato, like, right, we get to get out of it. That's pretty tempting to keep around. I don't think we're playing Newgate this turn. Eight. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And again, we're just one short. me just do this. Ooh, that Otama's huge. Interesting. So they did the math, right? I guess I could have buffed that up a little bit more. Gross. That's too bad. Yeah, they got it. GG. What could we have done? Like they had like a really oppressive start, which made we had to go to low hand size. Maybe the play was we should have played Dofi first, right? Dofi first to making sure that we got rid of their ace, right? Yeah, I think that was the better play. Just playing Dofi first, we could have gone Fire Fist and then used Fire Fist with leader effect and Newgate to get rid of it. And then we would have gone from there. That might have been the better play. Yeah, that was likely the better play. You didn't see Gravity Blade? We saw one. But we just can't answer the ace when they're standing like that. No, to clear the Hiko Nojos, yeah, but like we didn't care that much. I think we should have just tried to go for the Fire Fist with the whatever. That being able to clear the ace there would have won us the game. But we also had the weird thing where we had to play Newgate. We didn't play Newgate, which meant like we had a weird time getting rid of the Yamato. We meet again. We still want to go second. We'll mulligan. Okay. This seems like a pretty good start for us. Well, this is a mildly different build, if that helps. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I don't like playing Dofi first because they play so many bombs in their life that just wins them the game. Maybe I need to start playing Helmblaze. Maybe that's the actual tack. They'll never expect it. What is Helmblaze's like? What's its life trigger? It's been so long. You just get to bounce something back to hand. Return up to one character with cost of 3 or less to its owner's hand. Interesting. You could bounce our Otama backs. This turns into a free Otama. You surely don't need 2 of those. 7-drop is better. All right, where are we playing? Playing the law. Are we bouncing back? Okay, bouncing back both. Wow. I think I legitimately just have to take this, which is bonkers to say. All right. Worst card in our hand is definitely Vista. And then we play out the Dofi. Going to 6 next turn. Definitely this. And I guess we can stack. So in case we need to put our Dawn for something else, like an Otama. So draw for 6. Draw for 8. Draw for 10. And then we can Newgate off there and we don't have to use our Janji. Don't pudding me. Okay, that's not pudding. We got a Boa. Perona. Yeah, not having any 2Ks right now is pretty dire. If they Jinbei Law and get rid of my Dofi, I'm in a rough spot. Okay, just Boa. That's fine. You don't want Jozu, my Jozu? It's crazy. It's such a good play. Oh, they do want to Jozu my Jozu. All right. I just if there were more like blue like middling effects that like lets us play like Otama early and then get like the value from that. I don't think there's any like other like Jozu's clearly the best. If we could as a leader play Law, I would likely play the card. But I'd have to check. Oh man, 10 cards? Where's my pudding at? Alright, Boa immediately. Bottom of deck? Gross. Another Boa. Okay, also gross. That is incredibly clearable now. Sure. -3, -2, pop that, attack there. They can save it, but it'll be a 4k going into the next turn, which is also really good for us. The fact that we don't have any 2ks though is really hurting us. Especially if they're putting me right here. I could also do like a weird like Izo Vista Jozu play next turn. The fact that we have Newgate set up though is incredibly huge for us though. They have Law, which doesn't interact with my board right now. Okay, don't read into this. I think our next turn is going to be still pretty good at clearing their board. It's just they have 10 cards in hand. Like, what happened? All right. Yeah. Okay, Silvers is also just very good. Honestly, I like the idea of Vista. Pop in the Teach. Bounce that back to hand. Let's do this first. All right. All right. This looks pretty good for us. We're not out of it yet, but with them at such little life, if they try to bunker behind a Boa, we're fine. Newgate's still around. We can still just like clear their board if we need to. We have 3k or 4k of counter in hand. I think their best play is to Jozu my Jozu and then just hit as hard as they can and just hope it's enough. Yeah. GG. GG's. Yeah, I think if they... Yeah, if they would have Jozu'd, I would have been able to get out of that, too. And then I would just clear their board. Rush Usopp? I know, right? Free stack pudding. I don't think... I mean, we could maybe next turn. The name of the game is just like... If they can't clear board, like... I don't know. We're just in a good spot. If they would have gone 9 to face, though... we would or 8 we had 2k 1k 1k to get out of it. Yeah, Rush Warlord, no thank you. Do not wish that evil on me. Bandai's too afraid, yeah, that their player base will leave. I'd be mildly afraid of that too. Vista Jozu, yeah, was pretty nice. Yeah, I can definitely see that. There are like a lot of decks that just wouldn't respect Vista, and then like the fact that like on 4 it's really good, on 3 it's good against some decks, and then like the fact that we need a body on board to be able to we can still have it like Dawn minus to like pressure a 5k, and then like Jozu on the next turn still is really nice. So I can see that card just being helpful. Yeah, I'm liking this build a little bit more. I think we need to... What would the change be? I think we need to go 4 Thatch, 0 Jozu, and then I want room for like another pudding. Or not pudding, a Kaya. Maybe we could do like 1 last ace. Just like double Kaya. Yeah, I'd try this. Just to have like a bunch of 1-drops to use with Jozu. Are there any other cards that bounce cards to our own hand back for blue, though, that would be useful for this kind of stuff? I know there's, like, Overheat, but that's expensive. Let's see. Wet Potato with the 7 months. Thank you very much. Do appreciate it. Welcome to the other half of it. Like, what does the actual text say that I can search up? It says return. Oh, card effect. Return up to this Nami might be like slightly better than Kaya. Yeah, we can return our own card back with that. We got Teach. Only opponent's cards. Patty. Got Usopp. Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing like a mini Jozu. Besides legitimately Trafalgar Law, which only is for Warlord type characters, which I think is understandable, but yeah, it just makes it way better for Dofi. That returns our own thing. Atmos. I wish Atmos returned one of our own characters. That would make it feel better. Like, Alti is, like, fine. But I'd rather just play out a regular 3 cost, right? That card's not worth it. And in case there's any for red. No, there are not. Besides, like, just actively that. I mean, I guess there's like 10 cost Kaido. We could just play the big 10 cost. We can World of Violence, return our own card. I think Overheat's too expensive. But no one will be playing around it. But it's only active characters, so it doesn't even work half the time. Ace is actually kind of nice as a Whitebeard Pirates card, but this promo doesn't exist for us yet. Brickfist? I guess Brickfist, right? Shaka from OP05 or 6 have counter? I don't think so. Actually, he does have counter, yeah. But I don't think he is worth it. I mean, what? You can give Newgate a Dawn. Newgate gives this a Dawn and then gives 2 to your leader. That's a neat play. I mean, I guess if we're playing it on 6, right? If we play it on 6... we get to put this underneath our leader, or ourselves, and then put it underneath our leader. But then on 5, it's bad. 5, it's fine. It just gets removed. I think, like, with the way that we build this deck currently, it's not as good, but I can see, like, the idea of it. Because, again, if you play it on 6, you technically just played a 4-drop that your opponent just has to remove, and if they don't, it gets extra value for the rest of the game. So I think that's fair. But, like, if they play Jozu, you just feel really upset. Right? Meanwhile, like, Ace can't get removed by it. Atmos does something proactive. Pudding does something proactive. But I've thought about, like, a more of an Alabasta version of it. Have Kingdu swing 6, then Jozu back the Kingdu. Kingdu is the... Sure. But I'd rather just not do that. I mean, for what it's worth, if we were playing Jozu, Kingdu might be better. Because I'd actually play this for 4. But, I don't know. Yeah, it's 3 or less. Yeah, this card just stinks, right? It says be a Whitebeard pirate. Which there's nothing at 3 that... I guess we can play Vista, but then we want Vista on our turn. Is it going to be a... Yeah, there's going to be a Wednesday night One Piece. I was practicing anyways, so I decided to stream while doing it. So I don't know which... I'm definitely playing Marco. I don't know which build I'm going to take. I've been liking this one, though. I'm going to maybe play this version out and see if I like it more. But yeah, clearly the Vista seems to be doing work. Izo on 1 just to have a target for our Jozu late game feels good. I almost want to play like another copy of Jozu. Does the yeah, the 2-drop koala is locked to that, unfortunately. I am too. I am hooked on it a lot. It's super fun. Who's the guest tonight? Oh, I'll give you, you guys can guess out of 50. You have a 50-50 chance. They are one of our national finalists from either one. It's either Jonas or Jackson. You get to decide. It's one of those 2 players. They won't be here, so it's going to be remote. So you can guess from there. You have 2 guesses. It's either Jonas or Jackson. And if I see one of the if I see a lot of the wrong answer, I'll feel bad. And maybe I'll change the answer. Maybe I'll change the answer. Also, tomorrow I'm planning on like a super duper testing session. Like just a lot of testing in games. So we're going to be playing with 2 players tomorrow. So both Jonas and Jackson will be on the stream this week. We'll just see who is playing tonight. Yeah. I haven't tried Animals Marco, but I've seen it exist. It looks fun. I just don't... I like the more the top end version. I just think it's neat. Like it's not even like necessarily better. I just like the playstyle more. All right, I might have to reset the client because it's taking its sweet time. I've got like 2 more games with me. I have to at the top of the hour I have to skedaddle. But I'm thinking about playing Marco for sure. I'll have to figure out if I'm playing the Emporio version or not. And then I'm going to play Narayan's version of Vegapunk for sure. And then I don't know about the last list. Probably Bonnie. But I have to decide if I want to play the Ivankov version or not. But I honestly, I do like this version a lot of with the Jozu more so. I think that helps out a lot. And like if we find like Otama, it feels good. Because like Otama early really helps us get like a card off the board. And then after that we can just go from there. All right. Oh, we're playing against Sakazuki. Oh, we didn't change the version. That's fine. Going second. We see Sanji, but we don't see Pudding. I'd rather try to hard find Pudding. All right. This is still fine. We'll put Vista. And they're just going to play out a 2-drop. Immediately. Okay, cool. We got the Vista read. That might be good later. I don't think we need Ezo anymore. All right, what are we finding? Josu's better there. Putting there. So Josu next turn, if we want to bounce back something. Actually, we can always get putting back if we need to. And then we can like grab Raging Tiger afterwards. This is fine. All right, they're gonna play out Luffy. Oh, Sabo. All right, if it's Sabo, I'm okay. Definitely not pudding. Oh, okay. What's the card in their trash? It's Nami. This card is present and obnoxious. And also, we know that they're playing that version of the deck. This is fine. I think playing this out is just better in this spot. Three, two, pop this, go there. All right, they got their third Sabo. Do you want to see a really sick play? Hopefully it works out. Maybe it won't. Okay. Yeah, this is going to be like my favorite play. You guys ready for it? Because they're not. Now what? Now what? Isn't that a stinky play? Now they do get to play out Nami though, right? So this is why like this card is good. All right. We have a couple plays here. We definitely do this every time, right? Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Again, this Nami has ruined all of my testing. That card has been super good against us. It's obnoxiously good how good that card is. But yeah, if we were at like one more, if we were at 2 life, I would likely just clear their Moria. Why? Because it gets them card draw and like just makes some weird numbers. I think we still lose too, which is like the actual upsetting thing. Maybe not. They're spiraling. mean, this is always going to get blocked or whatever. Yeah, we just lose. Yeah, GG. If we were able to get rid of the Nami, I think the better play, instead of using the Newgate, I think we had to actually like get rid of the Moria. And if we instead like Sanji, why putting me at 7? Why not? I had no better plays. And I will almost, yeah, sure, but like generally you don't. Like I will always -2 them, but generally, like, because they're just so combo based. But I think if we were to step back on that, I think the best play was to. I think the previous turn, like 9 gate, was tempting. But I think the better play, if we were to step back onto it, was... why not just predict the pudding would give him a better hand? Yeah. Can I Dawn ×2? No, that is protected with Sabo. I think the better play was legitimately to play out Sanji and... two things. I could have just... I think Sanji and Rayleigh was the play. Just make it 6k for the Moria so that they likely couldn't have won with it. No, it's still like the same thing. It just like gets rid of a blocker. If we had Atmos too to return that to hand, it would have been better. I don't know. I don't know how we could have done that differently. Because this matchup feels like it should be in our favor. The issue is like if they buy like a turn or two more, like their 9k leader just does better. We have to like go for board like every time. We have to always pressure board instead of pressuring their life because we'll never get enough bodies to do that, and eventually they'll run out of resources. And like generally, like our pudding needed to be better, which we can't control. But like there's a lot of times if we putting them where they don't have a combo, then we win the game too. I'll see if they want game 2. I'd be down for a game 2. If not, it's okay. But I definitely want to like get into this one. Yeah, Red Marco, it doesn't do anything though. Like it legitimately is how many like 9k bodies we can establish. Also, if we gravity bladed there, I still don't think we won. Because they were a 7k leader with 9. With our board, we had a 9k, 10k, because they had 5 cards in hand, right? With 9k, 9 and 10, yeah, I don't know. I need to do like a lot of like specified practice against this deck and see what's actually better. But I think like we just have to keep our healthy board and make it so they can't have bodies. And just like never get them down to 4 or to 0 life until we're like ready to win the game. Which they can do by themselves, because once they start the loop, we can't actually interact with them that much, which kind of stinks. But like most of the time, like their first loop has to be... Alright, they're not going to join again. That's okay. Their first loop has to be like self-made. Which just means we don't get Moria on board. I'd have to try it out. It really has to just be like to catch them off guard when they're not, when they don't already have the thing. Also, this might be our last game, as we're attempting to connect to a lobby that does not want to connect to. Yeah, and I'm going into this knowing that like there are better decks than Marco that exist, but it's just the one that I believe in the most. All right, they canceled it, so we can go again. But I don't think like red Marco is as good right now. You think Rayleigh instead of Newgate? Yeah, I agree. I'm looking at YouTube chat now. Yeah, I also had Sanji Ninebeard. Was I at? I guess I was at 10. I think. Well, the mistake was that No, I didn't even use the effect. Well, the idea was like to okay, it was a gamble, but if my pudding was better, that won me the game, right? It was like it was a high role play in the sense that if they didn't see the rest of their cards to get down to 0 life, because they had 2 life left, and they didn't have any, like they had to find 2 cards that put them down to 0, which they did find, but that's pretty rare, I would say. And then they had to find like the Garpins, like they lucked into their pudding. And you know, maybe it's like a better read in person. I don't think this Vista's doing anything. Jozu on curve's really good. Sure, I'll keep this. But like it's... Oh, okay. That's actually really good. We still have 2... Yeah. Poly? People are playing Poly again? There's no way. All right, what's our best play now? I was not expecting the Poly. Newgate can't clear that. Zoro is... I mean, we can get rid of this. It's rather like... What is our actual better play? Playing out the 7-drop or playing out Jozu, bouncing the Zoro Juro back to hand? And then we get to just clear this? Yeah, let's just see what we get. All right. Maybe we just go face. Nah. We're gonna play the Jozu out. If they have Kaido, we're upset. Which they probably have Kaido. Ugh, we lost. Yeah. Yeah, they had 2 Kaidos. If they didn't have Polly, we actually won the game. Like, unironically. Polly won them in that game. Which people are not running generally right now. That's too bad. Yeah. I do, like, our win rate's way worse today, but I don't know if we're just playing against better players, to be honest. But I generally do not lose against Purple Luffy. And if we, like, Emporio'd into a 2-drop, we were in a better spot, because then our Josu's, like, were always on curve. So, I don't know. Having, like, the early blocker, though, having, like, the... I definitely feel, like, more comfortable with the 2-drop version of it. Mulligan. This is better. Probably gonna Dofi and Marco. Don't forget. Oh, you have fun too, plays Jinbei. Ugh. We will find another. Oh, dang. Why does this always happen? Like this weird play where, like, okay. Because now, obviously, like, all of this is way worse. I guess we could do this. I knew we were going to find another one. All right. Next turn. Vista for sure. All right, so draw 6, draw 8. Yeah, Fire Fist is probably worth it. And then draw 10 to play Newgate. So you're playing this next turn? I guess we do this. Just for another 1k. So... And then if we need to switch it to Rayleigh, we can. Once again, 6, 8, 10. Sounds good. Our Vista's coming in value, baby. Yeah, where's all that? All right. I think we need to get rid of the teach. And that still looks... Ooh. We gotta have a 2K. Oh, yeah. We play this list. I will play a Marco list. If it's this list, unsure. Unsure if it will be this list, but I will play a version of... They got another one? That's unfair. That's cheating. I mean, they put the Jinbei back on top. If they got another Law, we're in trouble. And bounce the other law back. Oh, okay. Moria. Okay. I mean, just in case. All right, we're kind of stabilized. If they keep the Vista around, they have to be worried about like the value this gets. Sanji Silvers is going to be good next turn. Do I agree that Ivankov's a must? It's seeming good. I'll let it go. It's seeming like a good card. It sucks going first, though. I feel like they're just going to stack all their Dawn and try to get rid of this new gate. But maybe I'm wrong. Oh. Okay. That sucks. Boy. Silvers is just better? -3 goes to... this one, -2 here, pop it, and then 6 into 3. Still rough though. Probably lose with this hand. They're also playing tech cards. How can we do anything against that? Oh, they might just win right here. List. Dang. Rude. First thing you say, list, need to get it. 7, and then they get to go 8. Sure. Fire Fist, baby! Too good. Alright, we have one out. And it's that they don't have Femur. I hate to give them more cards to be able to draw it, but it's how we are doing. I guess we should have done that first. Would have gone us a better card. Oh well. Because we would have been able to get a 0 cost, yeah. I haven't been playing with Dofi, so like I'm just not used to it. I guess we could have done like double Dofi. Yeah, alright, it didn't matter. It was nice to dream. Yeah, to 1, yeah. Wish they had the law as well. Yeah, you're right. We should have double Doflamingo. I think if we play Doflamingo first, right? We play it first, see what we get. But I don't think there was a way to like get rid of the thing and at the same time. We could have gone to 0 cost, which means we could have countered up to 11, which means that if they had law as their out, we would have also lost. Yeah. Because the 0 cost would turn them into something. All right. One last game for the night. This was a good test of playing the not Emporio version, but I think the Emporio version is just better. But I could be wrong. It has been fun playing the... I don't know. I feel like I'm playing like the counter cards and people have the counters for it already. Like, it's crazy. Because I think like the Atmos is good. Argument for this leader. It's wildly consistent at what it wants to do. It has removal that a lot of decks don't really get to answer. We get to play Pudding, and then late game we have some good stuff for it. We have like a good amount of removal. We can stabilize against Dofi and beat them, but I clearly it's not often enough at times. Their Dofi getting rid of my 7-cost Newgate won them the game though. That really hurt. That especially hurt. That's a good tech card for. Honestly, I feel like what do you play 7-cost to? I know Jackson plays it, right? But like, what other things does it hit in this meta? I guess we could play 7-cost Dofi and bounce back our own Otamos. Is that something? Hody Jones are in the mirror. I guess in the mirror it makes sense. But I feel like it doesn't hit Moria, it doesn't hit Jack, it doesn't hit Moria again, it doesn't hit 8-drop Useless Kid. Like, I guess it can hit Cavendish, right? Like, I can see it being good in the mirror, but just silly. Or back-to-back Jozu? I guess so. I don't know. We just like this deck has like so many good 1 costs that you just can't want to keep rotating through. Like the Doflamingo deck, right? Yeah. It's not like my deck is not meta. Like 7-drop Newgate is not a card that you need to be playing around for Dofi, and it just randomly hit it. Yeah, and Mihawk, yeah. Agreed. Yeah, I think I'm likely going back to the Emporio version I was running. I just need like some better blockers, I think. How's the Lucci matchup? We haven't played against Lucci all day, but we can definitely win. We just have to kind of like keep answering their board. We can clear Jack on curve, which most decks can't do. And like 7-drop Newgate gets a lot of value against a lot of things. So I think it's fine. I think it's fine. There's not a 2-cost card that just draws a card, right? Red and blue cost 2. I always feel like I'm looking through these. I mean, there's Gordon, which we were playing. Doesn't straight up draw a card. Luffy's fun, but that's about it. Curly to Dawn does. It's only a red 1 cost though, so our options are really small. But like, is it worth it? This helps us find I mean, we play in this build like so many of these. Probably not worth it. Isn't there a Worstodon? Yes. I think that's what you meant to say. A new and Worstodon. Yeah, this one. 2k power less. Woo! I mean, there are worse cards, right? All right, this is the deck we start off with for the day. All right, if we were being bad players, which I mean is an assumption at most times. Let's just play like a really bad version of this deck real quick. Let's just see what that would look like. So we play additionally 4 copies of Dan, maybe only 3. We can play Emporio. Which means we also play Pudding. I'm okay with. And Duval. Alright. What room do we have left? We definitely want to play Jozu. We'll play currently 3 copies of it. We'll play Ace. I think Atmos is still pretty good. We'll put 2 copies of that right now. What else do we need? Sanji, I'm going back down to 3 copies of. Newgate. Three copies of this one. Silver's 3 copies of that. And then Gravity. 2 copies of. Honestly, the more I play with the zero cost event, the worse it is, to be honest. All right, do we want... How many White Beard Pirates are we playing? 19, so we kind of need some more. One more Atmos. I don't love 9-drop Newgate. Yeah, if you're playing into Dofi, it does things. It does do things. All right, we're not putting the zero costs because we have that. I might like Dragon more, but we need more Whitebeard Pirates to be able to use Atmos, so it's probably fine. And we also need to find, have our Ezo hit more often. Sure. Let's see, Blackleg92 with the resub. Thank you very much. Do appreciate it. Gordon 2K. I like the Dawn more with Pudding. Pudding sometimes against some matchups we just play it for 2, and then worst case we can just bounce it back to our hand. All right. The ranked system's not working, so we'll do 1. I'm just finishing up stream for our there. Yeah, let's just do this. This version seems bad, but I want to try it out. When am I playing this Treasure Cup? Something Marco's going to be my leader. The rest I'm still kind of figuring out. Gravity Blade, yeah. I'm not playing Moria though. Actually, it looks like we have a little bit more time than I thought, too. All right. We're going first, which means we have our one-drop play. We have Emporio that can maybe hit. Why not? Why not? And then we have 7-drop Newgate and Jozu. This is going to find us. I don't. If we're at 5, like this is our best turn 5 play now. Okay, they have a blocker. Interesting. I do like this, like, sometimes just, like, bottom deck's a good card. Like, as in, like, a card that we'd want on the bottom anyways. I want the draw. I guess we have to put Holy back in their hand. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, next turn, Newgate's going to be pretty nice. They kind of have to attack into my Emporio. Yeah, I don't know. I like the amount of interaction Emporio gives us. Alright, next turn we can either, like, Raging Tiger. That might be better. Oh, another one. Let's see what we get. And we'll keep them at 2. I'd almost want to play like some 1-cost blockers, even though they get removed so easy. Bordeaux's done its job. Maybe Rayleigh's better there. I mean, I just kind of want to get rid of their blockers, but I guess at any time I can just do the 1. Yeah. Maybe it was. The weird thing is that, like, there's a lot of times where Gravity Blade just doesn't do anything. Alright. You get him. Yeah, I guess Rayleigh was better. We're just never gonna be able to use that card. This is a 5k, so 3 and 2 pop that. And then we can just like Jozu the blocker away next turn. All right, they finally play that boy. If we had Houndblaze, oh yeah, Houndblaze, game winner there. Oh, they get to heal one. Okay. We know that they have the Earth thingy. I mean, we're at 4 life. We're, like, not afraid. I mean, we're blue, so we can just run regular Houndblaze. There is a red one. It's bad. It's pretty bad. If it KO'd, like, a 3k or less, we'd be better off, but it doesn't. I think we just have to fight for board, right? Like, we're not... Like, we're not in a rush to win. Clearly, we're way ahead on everything. Getting rid of their Kogar is just probably better. I don't need this Ezo anymore. Sure. 3 and I guess 2. They can just put 5 here again, right? Sure. Give me cards. We're not playing Vista anymore, but if we were... Oh. Yeah, sure. They got a 1k. Which means we should be able to win. Put 4 here. And even if they get 1k, 2k, they can't get double 2k because we know there's a 1k in hand. So their best hand is 1k, 1k, 2k, which we still win. With that GG. Yeah, GG. Nice. All right. I do like the idea of like getting value on the low end and then being able to trade in with stuff too. Rematch? Sure. Sure. Yeah, aggressive early. I don't know if like Machina is the way. Yeah, 9-drop like punishes wide boards. If we weren't playing like ESO Searcher, I'd probably play Dragon, but since we are, 9-drop Newgate's fine. Okay, we're going first, and we have the ESO into Newgate. That's probably fine. And we get our 2K. Next turn, we might not just be doing anything. But now we have, like, Atmos as a play. Atmos seems good right now. Like, in general. Alright. I do not think we need 2 of these this game. We'll hit them down to 8. With 8. You think Pudding's okay? Yeah, it does have, like, that deck just doesn't have any way to really interact with blockers really well, which makes it tough. I really, really, really want to make like a purple control deck with a 4-life leader, thanks to Lin healing a life. I think there's a lot of decks that can definitely take advantage of that. I just haven't found the best build, and I'm not going to spend the time for it, unfortunately. But that has like a lot of, I think, benefits from it. All right, no hit. Do we 2K out of this? You get Rocky, which is the blocker. Sure, why not? Why not? Keeps our hand size low. Not that it matters in this matchup. Yeah. Honestly, I mean, okay. This is not. We are not playing against the most competitive build, but I like what we get to do with what we've been seeing. Like the 1-drop on curve is good. Being able to play some 2-drops that just make our Jozu better. All right, they're going wide on board, which is fine. Draw a card, okay. Place a card on the bottom. I'm going to say it's Fire Fist. Go 6 there. All right, and then we'll choose our smaller target cards. Put that, even though it's a 2K, it's, I think, worth the tempo. Next turn, we can either Raging Tiger or Newgate, preferably Newgate. They go 7 to us. I don't think we take it. I think we, oh yeah, we have to. If they play Kalgara, we definitely... Yeah, okay, we do have to Raging Tiger here. Giving us a 2K. This is one that we know that was in hand, but And that was nice. I was also thinking of, well, my mind's on it. There's like some 2-cost searchers. Like, what does the Luffy say? It's a film card, right? Searches for a 2, look top 3 for a film card. Right, there are some like 2-cost red searchers, but I don't think the film engine's good for red and purple enough to do anything with it. Okay, another holy's upsetting. But they have to like go down to 0. And like, I think we just play 9-drop Newgate next turn. Yeah, we save this. Which just makes it harder for them to do stuff next turn. Yeah, we'll keep them around. Ooh. Now I'm feeling greedy. Now I'm feeling really greedy. They could have flame split, right? Flame slice. I think just establishing the 7-drop is just better though. Yeah, I don't think we're playing the 9-drop this turn. Because we can remove like 2 bodies. I think 2 7s is just better. Or 2 6s. Because they can't like the earth with it. They'd have to like do the earth and something else. Yeah, and then 6, and they can counter out of this if they want. Yeah. Alright, so if they want to play something out of their hand, they have to like lose a life. They could still like do the Mont Blanc play if they have it. But then like Newgate with 9-drop coming out next turn is just really great. Ooh, okay. We just making sure that this card goes away. Sure. Oh, they're afraid of our Ezo? Funny if true. Sure. Oh, we did the wrong thing. Whoops. They're just gonna block this anyways, right? Oh, they take it? Alright, we should start with that for sure. Oh well, you didn't get punished for it. Yeah, for sure. Like if we saw the new gate playing first, they probably would have blocked with it first. I don't know. Sure. They have the Mont Blanc. They do. That's good for them. One second. I'm not keeping one up. All right. Ezo. All right. We know they play Amaru. Ooh, Silvers is very good. Worst card is, I guess, this ace. We'd want to keep it for next turn. We need to make that one the minus. Yeah, that was still also a misplay, right? Should have done this first. -3. -2, pop that. Oh well. I don't think we're worried still. But they can technically have enough attacks to go for game. The issue is that, like, Rocky just gets popped by Newgate. Yeah, we should have Silvers first. Because they'd be in the same board state, more or less. With 8 left, I think we're good. Since we have double 2Ks, double 1K, we have 6K worth. Their final attack's not going to be 11. 7 plus 4, 11. So everything on... What are they doing for 4? I don't think there's a card that exists, right? Like another Rocky would be upsetting, but... I think we're fine. And it's gonna be like a weird number. Yeah, because I know that they had one of those. Alright, and then... Big number for game. I guess if they have double... Yeah, even if they had like double 4K, they weren't able to get out of that. Yeah. GG's. No GG's. We got a game 2? No GG? Alright. Let me try one more. Let me see if I can get ranked working one more time. But this version seems not terrible for us. But this is, again, like I like the plays that we have available to us a little bit more. But this will be our last game. We're still doing Wednesday Night One Piece in like 5 hours from the stream ending, so we'll have more One Piece content. But this might be the version I sleeve up. But I have to, like, most cases 9-drop Newgate just seems it's good, but I don't know if it's worth the cost. Like, if you play it off Sanji, sure. On curve, which we don't really get to, like, if we're odd curve, we don't get to set it up. There's some like weird Dawn 5 turns where we like get to. Because then it's 7, 9. Yeah, if we like know about it. All right. We're ranked 201. So this will be our last game. We'll see if we're top 200. All right. What are we playing against? Doflamingo. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Didn't Rocky lose blocker after you killed the cow? Yeah, you're right. I just don't play against that deck. The fact that it only gets blocker if you have the warriors, yeah, I just wasn't thinking about that. This actually seems pretty okay. We need to draw like another Whitebeard card. For an odd curve, Silver's is slightly worse. We'll find it again. You need Curly to Dan. It's just like a card that we can play off in Porio. Defit 95. Honestly, the reason we play it is that we just need a card to do something on our turns. Right, 2K, 2-drop. I'll keep that on top so we can have a card from our Atmos next turn. And if they play like a weird turn, we can also like Emporio, play pudding, get pudding back to our hand. And then Jozu next turn. All right. They know we have Jozu in hand already, and we guess 9-drop in case they're afraid. All right. We do save this, because now they have to attack into it again. Gross. Please stop. Oh, they messed it up, though, so they don't get the actual value. Neat. So far, this has been doing good, though. Blue blocker ace, it's not worth it. Sucks. All right. I think we do just play this out, though. Three Jambays is a little bit much for us. Will not lie. Generally, I think most decks lose to 3 Jinbeis, though. We can do like a funny play next turn. I'll keep Atmos, where we like Jozu the new gate back and then play Atmos. No, it doesn't work out that way. Probably just putting. Yeah, this Duval's been like a really kind of MVP for us. Interesting. Especially when we just are getting... Yeah, that's weird. Now, for Thatch that we're top decking was a... Honestly, maybe we should have just bottom decked everything from Duval. But if the Thatch that we're getting was an Otama, we'd be in a better spot. All right, they're getting Jinbei. Jinbei, Boa. Is the 2K, 1K worth it? We know we have Thatch. We can go for game. Or we can just... I think we let it go. Because we got a pretty sick turn next turn. Still. Interesting. It's too late for it. Oh, shoot. Oh, beans. We're short one, Don. We should have done 6 there. Oh, well. I did my math wrong. I thought we'd have one more. Yeah, if this was Otama, we'd be way happier. That was a mistake, though. Yeah, we just need to block that. That does kind of help. Okay, this is a funny play. Who needs to get the minus? This is this. We just lose the good math though, right? Yeah, I think so. That need to be blocker. If it's Duval, we had a shot. I think there was a better play. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we need to remove both. Which might have existed. I think it's tough. I think it's tough. I think the mistake was not... If we kept Newgate on the board, I think we won. That was our issue. But they also played 4 Jinbeis, I think, right? If they only played 3... 3... Okay, yeah, 3. If they play more than 2 of the Jinbeis, most decks have a hard time. Which includes mine. Yeah. He's very good. Yeah, I should have recognized that was just a loss, though. Have you tried Karina? That's the blocker, right? Minus 2k on turn. It's like not bad. Like most removal cards don't care about it. It's fun. It's probably a fine card. It's not a bad card. If you're playing, all right. Let me just check real quick, because this is my next wonky build. Okay, that's film. Okay, hold up. Are there any blue film cards? There are not. All right. If we're looking at the red cards though, we can get this 2-drop Luffy, which is actually pretty good. We have this Karina, which can help early trades. And I guess that's about it. We've got Law. Law does stuff. Being able to Law when you already have Newgate out is kind of nice. We have Baccarat, which doesn't really do anything. We have Ein. Ein is actually kind of silly on curve. It just answers everything. Yeah, right? So, like, the idea that you could do something like... Also, this can... One red character other than Uta, cost of 3 or less from your trash. That kind of comes up every once in a while. Because you can get back the whatever. Our Otamos and stuff. But we have this Luffy that looks for film cards. So then we can, like, play it, and then we can use it to find, like... Are there any other good, like, 2-drop? Lily Carnation. What's Lily? Is that card film and this one's not? Okay, it is film. Between 2k and 5k from your trash rested. Interesting. Yeah, there's just like we're missing out on like some mid cards, right? 2-cost Fossa. But like the fact that you can play this Luffy and then you use it to get like an effect, right? That's kind of good. This is from set 9 for red hair, so it doesn't count. I mean, yeah, Luffy Gordon, is that worth it for specifically this deck? Probably not. Probably not. Because like this 4-drop Uta is fine, and like Shiraya is like a really good blocker that can turn into an attacker. All right. Like what else do we like? What at 2K, and then they just have like no 2 cost for Emporio, and then like our mid like game cards or what? That card's not doing anything. That card's not really doing anything. That's not doing anything. Our leader doesn't have film. That's a vanilla. That doesn't do anything. That does nothing. Like Shanks' removal is cool, but doesn't really do anything. Karina's nice. This card does nothing. That card does nothing. Yeah, I don't think it's worth it. Yeah, Bear King. Trump Pirates. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not the lore guy. All right, don't look at me for lore. Like that just KOs something. I mean, being able to get plus 4K for 2 is nice. And what's the effect? KO something. I don't know. It's probably not worth it right now, but I think this build is good. I think we could have won that last game if we decided to keep our new gate alive, and the fact that we didn't do that, because I was afraid to just honestly go down to 0 cards in hand, but maybe that was just the play to do. And just with the 2K, 1K, and then just focus on like top decking. I think the other thing is like Duval likely should have just been like bottom decked the 3, because those cards weren't proactively doing anything for us. OP1 Brook has a counter. Yeah. It has 2K, so. Oh, well. Well, we've got Wednesday night One Piece in about 5 hours. I do appreciate it. Thank you guys very much for hanging out. And I will see you guys. Yeah, see you in a couple hours. I'm still working on this build. This one might be the build that I take tonight, just to get 4 more practice. I think Emporio still is like the better card, though. It just sets up some cool plays. Your opponent kind of has to answer it. And if they, like, it just absorbs an attack. Like 3-drop Hina, most opponents do not care about that card, even though it gets like the immediate draw. So, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Fire Fist is probably one of the weaker cards in this deck right now, but I still like it at 2 because it can win the game. Atmos does the same thing. There's also like a chance that with how we have this build kind of like mid-range like this, that 9-drop Newgate doesn't need to exist in it, which feels kind of silly to say. I'm going to keep it in here for right now, but yeah, it's interesting. I don't know. I really do want to crack this leader. No matter what I'm playing on Saturday, even if I don't find like the perfect build, I think there's some really cool stuff you get to do with it, and it catches people off guard. So, all right. Well, actually done for the day. Thank you guys very much. I do appreciate it. I'll see you guys in a couple hours. Bye-bye.